Okay, so I made this piece similar to like Mr. Pete made, and that's just to hold this in place to get this centered in the chuck. So I'm just gonna put this up against a couple of parallels here, and that'll get that in here. And tighten this down, and just making sure that the jaws are not on any of those little bosses there. And then tighten this down a little bit more. And just make sure we got this in. Take the parallels out of there. And now this piece is just gonna float around there. That doesn't matter. So first thing I want to do is check is that we have enough room between the part and the jaw of the chuck there. So we're gonna take a 30-second off. So I just want to make sure before we get started that we got enough clearance here. And just putting a dial indicator on the lathe and back it up. And we got 20, 30, 40. We got about 45 thousandths. So we got to take off 32. So it's going to be close. But I'm going to put my carriage stop at 32 thousandths, which is roughly a 32nd of an inch. And that's 20, 32. All right. And boy, that is close. Okay. And I'm just going to take a facing cut, get that cleaned up first. You know what? That fits good right there.
Traditional real estate agent charge a commission. If you guessed $25,000 to $30,000, you're right. But if you think that's the only way, you're wrong.
All right, 1/4-inch reamer, and
switch to Rex. With Rex, you get a dedicated agent and a full-service experience at a fraction of the cost.
Alright, so going to get those holes drilled around there and transfer them to the frame. And okay, so I went ahead and faced this already. Put that that little lip on there, and as you can see, real nice fit on that. And so I went ahead, drilled and reamed for the bushing, and now I got to put a counter bore in here. It's got to be 1.88 diameter for a depth of 476 thousandths. So I got my carriage stop, and I already started nibbling away at that. So let's continue on with that. And it's an interrupted cut, so I'm just taking my time. We're pretty close here. I'm going to take one more cut. I'm going to take a measurement. Okay, let's see where we are with this. Okay. Oh. So we got about another 7 thousandths to go on that. Got 188 and a half. So, all right, good. So the end bells are done, and well, still got to drill the holes. So almost done. End bells are almost done, I should say. All right, so I threw this in the rotary table, and we're going to drill these. Calls for a number 35 drill, so I got my baby center drill in there, and just going to go around spot them. And that's on. It calls for an inch and 1.562 bolt circle, but it looks a little big for these bosses, so I knocked it back a couple of thousandths of an inch. And so now this is pretty much more centered on the boss. So we're going to hit that with the center drill and come back, and I'll put the number 35 drill bit in. And I got to go 22 and a half rotations on the crank. Alright, I'll do the same for the other end bell. I'll do that off camera and bring you back later. Alright, so we got another operation we got to do on this, and that's we got to drill 1/8-inch holes on these little bosses here. Don't know from the angle, if you can see. But got a center drill in here, so we'll start on that. And 1/8" hole on each of those. That's where the brushes will get mounted. And where the wire terminals come out of. So let's get that going.